Hello, today we're talking about the version of Odoo 19, and it's based on the United States, but this workflow can apply for a lot of other countries, but please do test on your own country with the workflow. In this demonstration, it doesn't include the bank synchronization. I'm gonna create a bank statement line manually. These documents follow the three-step reconciliation. If you're not aware of it, you can look at these forum posts. Most of the time, group payments are specifically designed to address that invoice from the same customer or bill from the same vendors. So general workflow or general idea is you create an invoice or bill in Odoo, and then you will create the payments as our three-step process. This is our second steps. And then the third step would be creating bank statement and reconciliation, okay? So basically, a group payment, it's at the same level of a payment. However, if you're creating a batch payment, you have to have these payments exist first, and then you batch them. So it's a second level. So a group payment and batch payment, they're not the same level topic. In here, I'm going to talk about two different use cases. Use case number one, create two invoices from the same customer. We are going to create one payment. So both invoices, it's going to be only one payment because we group them. In this case, we do not have a batch payment, and we're going to just go to the bank statement and reconciliation. For case B, we're going to create two invoices as well. In this case, it's going to be the same customer as well, but we're going to create two individual payments. Then we select those two individual payments and then batch them. We reconcile the batch payment against the bank statement. All right, so let's start with workflow case A. In my database, I'm going to create an invoice that is customer A for $100. Confirm. And then I'm simply going to duplicate this for $200, also case A. Now, if you go to customer and invoices, you will see two invoices. If you go to payments, there's no payment. If I click on both of those and I click on pay, I'll choose bank and manual payment because I know this one has an outstanding account. Again, refers to my other documents if you don't understand the outstanding account. I will select the group payment. So in this case, I will only see one payment. If I click on create payments, there's going to be one payment for $300 in total, and it's a group, and that's that. So if you go to customer payment, you will see that it's one payment. If you click into it, the memo says group. Now, if you go to dashboard, assume that the bank reflect a transaction of $300. Now we are gonna reconcile it by selecting reconcile, and we'll see this one single payment. Select. Once it's done, you'll finish your reconciliation. Okay, so that's case number one. For case A. Case B, two invoice, two payments. Same customer, but two different amounts. In this case, we're gonna create two individual payments, then we're going to batch them. Come back to invoice. I'm going to duplicate this as well. Confirm. Duplicate. Confirm. Now, if I go to customer invoice, pay. Sorry, I choose the wrong one. Pay. Now, I can still choose group payment, but I don't want to because I want to create two individual payments. So I click on create payments. In this case, if you come to customer payment, you will see there's two individual payments. I can then create a batch after the fact of the payment. So I'll click on create batch. It's all inbound, it's all incoming payment, so I can batch them. You will see the reference as batch, and I can simply click on validate. Now, if I go to dashboard, transaction, I can still get all $333 from my bank. And all I'm doing now, if I click on it, instead of clicking on reconcile, I don't, because right now I only have 2 payment. What if I have 100 payment? How do I know which 2 to select that it's 333 in total? Because there's no single line that's 333. So, and since I batch them first, I'll go to batch and then simply click on this one, because if I have more than one batch, at least the 333, I can find which batch is 333, right? In this case, I only have one, so it's simple for me. So select it, and you can see, different from my group payment earlier, group payment only have a payment, but batch payment, in the reality, there's actually 2 individual payment. The behavior is the same, but the workflow is different, because you could even batch with different customer, but group can only work for the same customer. If you go back to the customer invoice, they're all marked as paid. So these 2 mark as paid because I only have 1 payment reconcile against the bank. In this case, I have 2 single payment. I batch them and reconcile with 1 batch, still both mark as paid. I hope this video makes sense. Thank you.